guys, this is Sandra here, and today, as you will see, we're gonna play with the Sleek Snapshots palette. And I'm not exactly happy with the look I came up with, but I did like 3 different looks before this. None of them really worked out. I love the colors in here, but 1, this palette is getting old, and 2, I don't know, I don't think there's enough variety in there for me to do a proper look. If I really want to darken it up, it was just not blending well together, so this is what we ended up with. So I'm gonna zoom in and then we can do the eye. I will show you what I've done. Okay, so I already primed my eyes with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer, and I'm not gonna set it, I'm just gonna go straight in with this pink shade both in the inner and the outer corner. I'm just gonna take a dense brush, just like that, and I'm gonna just pack it in the inner and the outer corner. And I'm gonna make sure to go above my crease. I'm trying to do a different eye look rather than a more halo eye kind of thing, but as I mentioned, it wasn't working out. The colors did not work perfectly together, and also I find with Sleek, the shimmery shades are usually performing a lot better than the matte ones. So, I'm sorry. I literally end up using like maybe 2 colors. I remember I loved this palette when I bought it, but then I haven't used it that much. I think I was just in love with the colors rather than everything else. And again, I do love the quality, but it's more for the shimmers, not the mattes really. Now I'm going to take a small blending brush. This is the Morphe M506. And I'm just going to start blending the edges. Also, what I find with these mattes is that while they are nice, they sometimes blend away way too easily, and then I have nothing left by the time I blended it. So I'm not fully happy with the blending on the other side either, but that's what we gotta work with. And on the other side, I blended it out with this shade, but actually it hasn't done anything for my eyes, so I'm not doing it on this side. I'm gonna go in with a slightly bigger blending brush. This is the Blank Canvas Cosmetics E42, and I'm gonna dip it again a little bit in the pink and just blend it in more. I'm gonna go over the middle section as well. And I'm gonna keep going back with the first brush to build up the intensity and the blending brush till I'm more or less happy with it. Although I find even on my other eye it's fading quite quickly, but we do what we can. I'm really bummed because I thought I loved this palette, but now looking at it, it just doesn't blend as well as it could. Again, the shimmery ones are amazing, but the matte ones I am just struggling with a little bit. Also, I feel like the colors don't go deep enough sometimes. I was trying to do a greeny look before, but apart from this color here, there's nothing really deeper apart from a purple, and it's not really working with the green, so that didn't really work out. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the Sigma eye shading brush. This is the E55, and I'm gonna dip it in this beautiful vibrant orange, and I'm gonna apply it in the middle of my lid, and look at that. What is that shade if not beautiful? And both on my cheeks and on my lips I used some peachy shades, so they will go with my eyes. Then I'm gonna go back into the big fluffy brush and just blend it. Then I'm gonna go into the small brush and again build up the intensity of the pink and just try to mesh the two lightly together. And then keep going back to the big brush and blend. And apply a little bit more of that orange. If there's one shade from this palette that I truly love, it's this orange. And I'm sure I'm gonna bring this out more to play with just some orangey browns, it will look beautiful. Either in the inner corner or even just all over the lid. It will look stunning. Once that's done, I'm going to take a flat brush. This is just an angled brush from Essence. And I'm going to dip it in the dark purple there. And draw a little flick, just like on the other side. You can see there's a little bit of it. I'm going to do the same on this side. Another thing about these palettes is that they always seem to fall apart. Like, I barely use this and still it just falls apart. I don't know why. I had the same with my previous one as well before I depotted it. And I only bring in the line till about the middle of my lid, not further in. And just make sure I clean here up a little bit. Okay. And go back in with a little blending brush just one last time. Then under my brows I'm gonna go in with another small brush. This is the Sigma E47. And I'm gonna dip it in that cream color. Again, it's a nice illuminating one. And I'm gonna use it in a corner to lighten it up. And then I'm gonna take it under my brow as well, just on the brow bone. And I love this brush for there. It's perfect. It just sits and glides easily without applying too much. Just a little bit more maybe on each side. And everything that I use on my complexion I will leave in the description box below. I hope you're enjoying this series where I'm playing with all my palettes. I've done quite a few now. There's a full playlist which is always linked below. Okay, moving on to the lower lash line. I used a slightly fluffier angled brush and I dipped it in this matte brown shade that has a slight orange tint to it. And I just blended it out under my eyes. Then I took a dab of the orange one as well that we used on the upper lash line. And then I just went back in with the small blending brush just to make sure it's nice and diffused. And now we only have mascara left, but before that I used an eyeliner as well, which was the Kiko Kohl pencil in the shade 11, which is this beautiful browny purpley kind of line. I just feel like it works quite nice because it ties in that purple liner a little bit as well. So I'm going to apply that in my waterline. I might apply it on my tight line as well. Then I'm just gonna add mascara and I will be back to say goodbye. Ta-da! And that's the finished look. Yeah, what do you think? I'm not too sure. It's just, yeah, it just didn't work out how I really wanted to. So hopefully you will still enjoy this really short video, even though I can talk. And let me know what are your thoughts on this palette. Again, it's the Sleek Snapshots palette. If you have it, let me know how it worked for you, because clearly for me it just didn't want to work. And also I had to scrape my pink shadow because it had a really bad hard pan on it, and in the beginning it had no pigmentation to it whatsoever. So also I feel like the camera's washing me out. Hold on. If you used this palette before, let me know how it worked out for you. I just keep looking at it and it's not horrible, but it's not what I wanted to. Originally I wanted to use this shade and that shade or that shade, but there was nothing really that I could darken it up with. and I really wanted to make it a bit more smoky in the outer corner, but I could only do it with the purple, and then once you blend it with the purple it just becomes this muddy color, and no. Maybe I can still do like a light look with it, with just this all over, and then this in the outer and inner corner, and then this one just in the middle, now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe I can try another look with this palette. Let me know what you think. I'm not too sure, but yeah, maybe I can try that and that might work. But again, this shade here is not the most pigmented. Like, there we go. And that was a lot of building up, a lot. But maybe I can try that next time. I will see, just to try to get some redemption for this palette. But for now I'm gonna go. I hope you have a lovely day. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing to my channel. That would mean so much to me. But for now I'm gonna go, and as I mentioned, have a lovely day. Bye bye.